Right now, News 3 Now this morning is live at Camp Randall, breaking down the return of fans ahead of tomorrow's opener.
We are also tracking showers moving into the 608 as we speak. What does that mean for your football forecast, whether tonight or for the Badgers tomorrow? We're going to break that down.
Good morning, everyone. Happy Friday. Welcome to News 3 Now this morning. I'm Chris Stanford. This weekend, the Wisconsin Badgers return to Camp Randall to take on Penn State. And they'll have a stadium full of fans for the first time in 2 seasons. Leah Linscheid live from Camp Randall this morning with everything you need to know. Leah?
Hi, Chris. It is a homecoming for me. It has been 2 years since I've been in Camp Randall. Feels like home. Take a look. The serenity of an empty, silent Camp Randall, that's about to come to an end because Badger Game Day making a return. These stands that have been empty for 2 years, for 600 days. They're going to see the roar of the crowds once again. We're going to see a return of the marching band, fifth quarter, jump arounds, all of the things that make Camp Randall Camp Randall. However, Badger Game Day coming at a time where we are seeing a peak in COVID cases. Let's take a look at the numbers across Wisconsin right now. The 7-day average for Wisconsin's COVID cases, 1,700. That's the highest it's been since January. Now, Dane County, we saw 166 cases reported in the last 24 hours. This morning, 82 people are in the hospital. So what will the first Badger Game Day do to those numbers? Well, we checked in with Dr. Jeff Pothoff from UW Health to get his take on the situation. He says even though the game is outdoors, some good news there are some risks here, given that so many people, thousands, will be standing in such close proximity, yelling and cheering and projecting. So, if you're unvaccinated, that risk, it just skyrockets here at Camp Randall. We asked, given the current situation, the current environment, would he bring his family to the game?
If you look at my family, my wife and I are vaccinated, but I've got 2 young children who are unvaccinated. So a Badgers game day or a tailgating is completely off limits for us at this point. The risk to my kids would be way too high.
Dr. Pothoff's best advice for folks who still want to partake in game day but do it safely: wear a mask, even outdoors, and socially distance as much as you can. Maybe you don't come to Camp Randall, you tailgate instead. Try and find a bigger tailgate space and distance yourself amongst your friends. Now, if you are going to the game, you're coming to Camp Randall, there are some COVID rules to be aware of. If you're in an indoor area, you have to wear a mask when you're not eating or drinking, regardless of whether you're vaccinated. That includes restrooms, elevators, suites, stores, etc. Staff also required to be masked up, indoors and outdoors. So you'll see masks on all staff out here. Now, they are not required in outdoor spots. You already know that. Again, they are encouraged, even Dr. Pothoff saying it's a great way to stay a little bit safer. Still, the return of fans for game day, it means the world to local businesses in this neck of the woods and really across Madison. Taylor Lazenby is breaking down just how badly they need that business. She's live this morning on Regent Street. Hi, Taylor.
Hi, Leah. Good morning. That's right. Badger football season is big business, well beyond our typical parking, tickets, and concessions. Now, in a 2019 report done by UW, they estimated that each home game carried a $16 million economic impact for the state. Now, around $114 million for the Wisconsin economy is tied into just home football games alone each year. According to the report by Econ Solutions, that also supports around 1,000 local jobs.
We are so excited that Badgers will have fans back at Camp Randall Stadium this year. The economic impact from those home games are about $16 million in the state. Most of that is spent here in Madison.
Now, according to downtown Madison, about 15% of those who go to home games are overnight visitors. And then, Leah, as you can see behind me, some of these restaurants are already opening up early just to get cleaning and underway so they can get ready for a lot of these big crowds of people that are anticipating the return of game day tomorrow.
I'm certainly one of them. Taylor spent a lot of time at a lot of those bars and restaurants over the last 10 or so years that I've been in Madison. Taylor Lazenby live for us this morning. Thank you very much. Now, Chris, there's a lot more to come this morning from Camp Randall. A lot to get to. I want to break down the timeline of events here at Camp Randall when officials want you to get here. They want you to get here a little early. A couple of different events happening around town. If you'd like to socially distance a little bit more, stay outside of Camp Randall. And then also the rules if you are coming down here. They are allowing you to bring some items in to the stadium. We'll break all of that down over the next hour. First, though, in just about 10 minutes, we're going to check in with Josh Spreiter in the 608, trying out some tasty menu items over at Union South.
Yeah, I'm going to be really interested to see how many people show up tomorrow. Folks I talked to, it's kind of like a game time decision. They've been like holding off, saying that they're going to go for sure. What are you hearing amongst your family and all your friends who are Badger alums and Badger fans?
You know, I just talked to the director of operations here, and he says they are expecting a full house. Personally, I have a lot of, I'm an alum, so a lot of my friends will be down tailgating. They've decided to opt out of going to the actual game. They feel a little bit safer tailgating outside within a smaller crowd. However, it's the first game day in 2 years, in 600 days. Officials here, they are expecting a packed crowd, Chris.
All right, we'll check back with you in about a half an hour earlier, or actually less than that, in about 10 minutes. Thanks. Talk to you soon. All right, so your game day forecast. Chris Reese is breaking it down because we have some showers headed into the area, Chris.
Yeah, that's really going to be important when it comes to timing as far as when they start to move out for tomorrow. Kickoff time, 11 o'clock. We could very well have some lingering showers around here, but some clearing should be possible by the time we get towards the end of the game. A lot of these temperatures, though, are staying in the 60s as we move into tomorrow. So that's going to help things overall feel a bit cooler if you were out at the game. Here's what we're looking at, though, right now. This is Doppler track. You see the cloud cover, or the rain, rather, moving into the picture as we speak. A lot of this is starting to knock on the door of our friends towards the west. So Viroqua, Prairie du Chien, that rain is moving in as we speak. This slowly starts to work its way further towards the east as we go through time. You zoom out, you see the whole picture. It's a weak little system, but it's slow moving. So we're not talking heavy rain, but we're talking light rain that sticks around for quite some time as this front slowly starts to meander its way through the upper Midwest. This is later on through this afternoon, and we're talking showers that could linger into parts of Saturday, potentially impacting your game before we start to clear things out. That being said, with it being the weekend, let's break down some timing for you. This is right now, this morning. Temperatures are into the upper 50s and low 60s. We get you towards 9 o'clock. Here they come. Those showers are moving on into the picture, and off and on pretty much all day long, we're going to see the shower chances. By the way, this is 4 o'clock this afternoon, one of the warmest parts of the day. Temperatures are still into the 60s, so it is going to feel pretty chilly if you are out and about. Rain chances linger overnight. Now we're at 11. This is kickoff time tomorrow, and you'll notice for the most part, we are dry. Winds are turning out of the north, trying to dry out our air as well, but those lingering showers are possible at kickoff tomorrow before we finally start to see things really clear out moving into the afternoon. Sunday, perhaps the pick day of the weekend. Sunday into Monday, we are going to see sunshine, low humidity, and temperatures into the 70s. 70s all throughout the week, and then 80s return by next weekend. But Chris, it is not just the Badgers, the high schoolers. A lot of those upperclassmen are back in school today, and they have football games. So we're going to break down that high school football forecast coming up in just a few minutes.
Sounds good. And with that rain moving in, now would be a great time to go download our Channel 3000 First Warn Weather app. That way you can stay ahead of the rain and prepare for it appropriately. All you have to do is search Channel 3000 Weather wherever you get your apps. 6:08 in our news headlines this morning. Milwaukee may finally be taking the step to hire a permanent police chief. They're calling for acting chief Jeff Norman to be the sole applicant.
We have been under an acting chief in the city of Milwaukee for quite some time, and I believe this commission should settle the issue as soon as possible.
Last night there, the Milwaukee Fire and Police Commission meeting, they voted 6-0 for Norman to be the only applicant for the job. He would have to be interviewed again. He's going to go through the entire interview process, including giving ideas for the future of the department and attending multiple community listening sessions. Well, the final U.S. planes leaving Afghanistan provided a tragically poetic end to the 20-year war. It was civilian planes, when you think about it, turned into missiles that essentially started our war in Afghanistan. For a UW Health doctor, though, her career started too on 9/11. Dr. Lisa Arkin was in New York City when 9/11 happened. She was working at HBO and Showtime at the time. She said witnessing such tragedy made her feel helpless. She decided to change careers.
I mean, I saw things that I still, shudder to think about, and I walked miles uptown smelling the smoke of death and devastation.
So she quit her job, went into medical school at the age of 29, and now she is helping kids and their families at UW Health. She's been doing that for the past 5 years. 6:09 now. Coming up, a look at the new Packers Hall of Famers and how one Jacksonville bar is preparing for the Packers for Week 1. And after the break, we'll see what's going on over at Union South on game day in the 608.
The 72-hour Labor Day weekend sale is through Labor Day Monday only at Ashley Home Store. Get the best holiday deals on the latest home fashions. Plus, save up to 60% off holiday doorbusters like these while they last. And 5 years no-interest financing store-wide. Ashley Home Store.
Gobin Cars is selling 2018 Subaru Foresters starting only $15,995 or $249 per month.
That's right. Gobin Cars is having a huge sale on 2018 Subaru Foresters starting at $15,995 or $249 per month.
So hurry today and just ask for my daughter, Krista the Pistol Gobin.
Or my dad, Don the Dealman Gobin.
Go to Gobin Cars East or West with over 500 vehicles to choose from.
You gotta go to Gobin, GobinCars.com.
At Pick and Save, we take scrutinizing freshness to a whole new level, where only the best of the best of the best will do. But just because you can't get any higher than perfect 10 produce, that doesn't mean that we won't try. Because Pick and Save produce isn't just fresh, it's fresher than fresh. Pick and Save, fresh for everyone.
Tasha, did you know Geico could save you hundreds on car insurance and a whole lot more? So what are you waiting for? Hip Hop Group Tag Team to help you plan dessert?
Fresh vanilla, rocky road, chocolate peanut butter cookie dough. Scoop, that is, scoop, that is, scoop, that is, scoop, that is, scoop, shakalaka, 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 shaka, scoop, shakalaka, shakalaka, shakalaka.
Geico. Switch today and see all the ways you could save.
Is your credit score getting in the way of things you want to do? Personal loans through NetCredit help you borrow up to $10,000. So check your eligibility on netcredit.com today without affecting your credit score. You may even be able to build your credit history as you repay. NetCredit, a more personal loan.
It's back to school. Are you finished your list for less ready? Day 1 and beyond ready? Every supply for every class ready? Shop Staples and be more than ready for back to school.
Madison Magazine's Fall Restaurant Week 2021 is here. Participating restaurants will provide a 3-course lunch starting at $15 and a 3-course dinner starting at $25, featuring wine and more. Don't miss Madison Magazine's Fall Restaurant Week 2021, starting September 19th through the 24th. For participating restaurant menus and details, visit MadisonRestaurantWeek.com. Presenting sponsor, the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund. Supporting sponsor, E&J Gallo Winery.
The 72-hour Labor Day weekend appliance sale is through Monday only at Furniture and Appliance Mart. Save up to half off Labor Day appliance deals. Plus no interest financing for 18 months on all appliances with no minimum purchase. At Furniture and Appliance Mart inside Ashley Home Store off the Beltline.
You're watching News 3 Now This Morning. Winner of the National Edward R. Murrow Award for Overall Excellence in Television.
I've been practicing my kicks, my football skills. Pretty good, I'm not going to lie to you. But first, we want to check in with Josh Spreiter. He's over at Union South, looking into some of the family fun activities that you can take part in tomorrow if you don't want to come to Camp Randall. Let's check in with him.
Well, Badger Bash is almost here, and we are getting you prepared for what to expect Saturday morning. We're outside of Union South on the plaza this morning with Shauna Brenneman, and you guys have been ready for this for so long. I mean, it feels like something was missing over the last year, right?
It really did. We've missed celebrating our Badgers with our patrons.
So you guys are getting ready. You can see folks out here setting up for the big day on Saturday. What can folks look forward to this year?
At Badger Bash, folks can look forward to live performances by the UW Marching Band and Spirit Squad right on the plaza, plus family-friendly games also right here at Union South. They can also enjoy lots of dining options right here at Union South, so lots for folks to enjoy.
You know, one of the things that we've been missing out on is obviously getting together as a Badger community. You know, is there anything new that people can expect this year?
So folks can expect a new dining option in the South Cantina, but also just the return of all these incredible Badger traditions. For example, the band program changes every time, but one thing that stays consistent is the performance of Sweet Caroline. So we're really looking forward to celebrating that together.
You know, a lot of people have the pandemic still on the mind. You know, what are you guys going to be doing to keep people safe this weekend?
Absolutely. So a health and safety protocol that all of campus has in place is the wearing of masks when indoors when not actively eating or drinking. We also always clean our buildings frequently throughout the day, so you can be assured that you have a healthy, safe, and clean place to be. Plus, we've installed hand sanitizer stations throughout all of our buildings, so you have lots of opportunities to stay healthy and clean and sanitized for your time here.
It's going to be so nice just to see everyone together again, isn't it?
It definitely is. To have our patrons back here celebrating the Badgers and celebrating being together means so much to us.
So if people have any questions about what to expect for Badger Bash this season, what do they need to know?
Folks who have questions about Badger Bash or any of our events and activities and facilities can visit union.wisc.edu. We also have our email there. You're always welcome to reach out to us and ask any questions you have. We're happy to help.
Awesome. Shauna, thank you so much for having us out here. And of course, we'll have everything up on channel3000.com as News 3 Now is your Badger game day headquarters. You can go up there right now. In the 608, Josh Breiter, News 3 Now.
Josh Breiter always impressing us in the 608 segments, but Chris Stanford, I think you'd be really impressed with my field goal skills. You missed it. We've got a couple of TV crews out here, and we're going head to head. I did all right. You want to see it?
Yeah, show us. I want to see what you got.
Okay. I have Brian Lucas with UW Communications. He's going to hold the ball for me. Laces out, Brian.
Gotcha.
Let's stay close. Oh, boy, now I feel like I talked up my game, and this is going to be bad. I'm left-handed, footed. Okay, here goes nothing. Everyone is laughing at me. I would like to say it went better the first time. It really didn't. I thought the backward hat would help. At least I look nice. Yeah. Yeah, dang it. I'm a softball player,
You were
Chris.
such an athlete in high school. I thought you'd at least get it up a little higher. All right, we'll let you keep practicing.
Yeah, let me practice. I'll come back to you with some skills, okay?
All right, sounds good. All right, another football news this morning. The 2020 Green Bay Packers Hall of Famers just inducted. A couple of people you might recognize here. How about this? Charles Woodson. What a legendary Packer there. Also, Al Harris, the newest inductees, both pro corners at some point in their careers. All pro corners. They even played together from 2006 until 2010. Woodson also inducted this year to the Pro Football Hall of Fame with his best seasons played in Lambeau. Well, the change of venue for the first Packers game is leaving fans in Jacksonville overly excited. Remember, they opened up against New Orleans, but because of the devastation in Louisiana, they have moved the game to Jacksonville. And here's some video from Culhane's Irish Pub in Jacksonville. They're a common spot for Packers fans on game day. And with the fans coming to town, they are preparing for those big Packers tailgates.
Added a tent, and we've also purchased a smoker so we can, do bratwurst and burgers outside. Now with everybody flying in and coming from all over Florida, we're hoping for like a St. Patrick's Day kind of party.
Sounds like a party. So the move to Jacksonville, last minute. That is not stopping Packers fans who travel quite well. That pub plans on serving cheese curds too, and some more Packers and Wisconsin-themed drinks and treats. Hey, it's getting about that time of year. Our annual Coats for Kids campaign starts soon. So News 3 Now and Clinky Cleaners, the Community Action Coalition, and Magic 98 teaming up once again for the 36th annual drive. Collection begins September 13th. Over the past 35 years, you guys have donated over 335,000 winter coats. Let's add to that this year. What do you say? 6:18 now, checking with Chris Reese, Madison certified most accurate forecast. We've been talking about the Badgers a lot, Chris, but don't forget about high school football tonight.
I know, those juniors and seniors go back to school today, and if you haven't played football already, odds are you might have a football game tonight. And once again, we're going to be talking about rain showers out there, so bring that rain gear. It won't rain the whole time, but still spotty showers. Temperatures are going to be staying into the 60s for a lot of those games out there, so it's going to feel pretty chilly. Good news, though, no severe weather is expected, though we do have to be on guard for a few rumbles of thunder, especially south and west today. A few rumbles of thunder are possible tomorrow as well. By Sunday, things are going to be all clear. Here's radar, though. We're tracking the shower activity as it starts to move on in. A lot of this is further towards the west right now. That's going to move into the area, and we already see that cloud cover out ahead of it. If you're headed out the door right now, by the way, it is 61 degrees. Temperatures are into the 50s and 60s all across the board. Mineral Point showing up at 23. It's in the 60s and Mineral Point. But I want to show you traffic as well as you begin to head out the door. We're watching things throughout Madison and Dane County. So far, we're not seeing any issues either in Janesville or Portage either, but we've got to be careful today. We've got a lot more folks on the road as those juniors and seniors head back. That means more teenage drivers are going to be on the road as well, but a lot more buses are also going to be on the road. And speaking of buses, your bus stop forecast is coming up in about 3 to 4 minutes.
Sounds good. Thanks, Chris. Coming up next, an update on a story from last week that involves The Rock, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. And also in our next half hour, it's our last day of back-to-school coverage. And our Jamie Perez has some advice from a child psychiatrist to help you transition smoothly into the school year.
This portion of News 3 Now is sponsored by Wells Asphalt Paving.
Cobuson Buses, now hiring.
After we backed that bus out of its stall and started driving, I just loved it. We really get a chance to get to know each other. Almost everyone has a different story about how they came to bus driving, so you really end up feeling like you're part of a family.
Visit Cobuson.com to apply.
Shop the big sale at Grand Appliance for exclusive savings of up to $1,000 on qualifying appliance packages from these top brands. Save on top of great sale offers like this Samsung front-load washer for just $728, or this LG 25 cubic foot French door refrigerator for just $14.98. Shop GrandAppliance.com or your local Grand showroom to save today. Grand Appliance. You make it home, we make it grand.
If your credit card debt is out of control, if you're in over your head in monthly payments, there's a secret the credit card companies don't want you to know. If you have more than $10,000 in credit card debt, you have the right to let us settle that debt for a fraction of what you owe. That's bad news for the credit card companies, but it's great news for you. We're Credit Associates, and we're offering you free information on how to completely resolve your credit card debt with a monthly payment you can afford. To see how much you could save, call now. 1-800-914-7929. Don't declare bankruptcy. Don't consolidate. Give us 10 minutes and we could save you thousands. After all, we depend on your success and offer a guarantee so there's no risk to call. Credit Associates. Live better, debt-free. We'll even show you how to use your stimulus money to jumpstart our services and get you debt-free faster than you ever thought possible. Call Credit Associates now to see how much you could save for free. Call 1-800-914-7929.
Madison Magazine's Fall Restaurant Week 2021 is here. Participating restaurants will provide a 3-course lunch starting at $15 and a 3-course dinner starting at $25, featuring wine and more. Don't miss Madison Magazine's Fall Restaurant Week 2021, starting September 19th through the 24th. For participating restaurant menus and details, visit MadisonRestaurantWeek.com. Presenting sponsor, the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund. Supporting sponsor, E&J Gallo Winery.
At U.S. Cellular, we know the local landscape, so we can help everyone stay connected for less.
Right now, get up to $1,200 off any 5G phone. The choice is yours.
Whether it's adapting the network for a strong signal where you work or optimizing your coverage where you play, we're always hard at work to make sure our state-of-the-art 5G network works for you.
Up to $1,200 off any 5G phone with no trade-in or hidden fees.
U.S. Cellular, America's locally grown wireless.
Cobuson Buses, now hiring.
Working with Cobuson, it's definitely been great because of the flexibility. If you do need time off, they work around you. They definitely try to make it a company that's based for you.
Visit Cobeson.com to apply.
All right, Tammy Ann sending us her morning, a sunset, rather, sending us her evening in Reedsburg. Now, I want to know how they keep their lawns so green and lush. Chris Reese is telling us we're 11 inches behind in rainfall for where we should be this time of year, yet that grass looks so green. A heck of a lot better than my yard, I'll tell you that.
You know, the key is that they're in Reedsburg instead of Madison. Reedsburg's not in a drought.
Oh, there you go.
They are just north of the drought. Yeah.
Oh, I'm so jealous. And look at that. They've got their lights up on the deck still. Nice. Thought we don't have to take them down. Don't have to put them back up. A little ambiance there on the back deck. Loving it. Thanks, Tammy. Tammy, for sending that in. Share your morning with us. We'd love to see it. Hey, Chris, you remember last week we ran that story about the guy who looked like Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, who was an Alabama police officer? So, well, now The Rock is speaking out. So this is the look-alike, Lieutenant Eric Fields. He caught the attention of The Rock, and there's the picture of Fields. Doesn't he look just like The Rock?
He really does. I thought this was a screen grab from like a movie with The Rock.
I know, right? And then there's The Rock on the right of your screen. So Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson tweeting about it, posting himself and the other look-alike, Eric Fields. The Rock calls the other one the cool one.
They're cousins or something.
Yeah. Now, to me, like in these new images of the look-alike, he looks, and correct me if I'm wrong, he looks more like Vin Diesel.
You know, I could see it. Yeah. It's a mix of like The Rock and Vin Diesel for sure.
But that picture there on the left, catching the angle just right there, doesn't he kind of look like Vin Diesel?
Yeah, yeah.
All right.
Think about that, though. Tequila on the rocks, with the rocks.
Yeah, I know. So The Rock is offering up a chance to meet the look-alike and to have some tequila. So there you go. Who could pass up, yeah, tequila with Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson? I don't even like tequila, but I do that.
I know what you mean. I really do.
Yeah.
Nice.
All right, Chris, so this weekend, there's so much going on. We've got high school football tonight, Badger game tomorrow, Taste of Madison this weekend, the holiday. So everyone's got their eye on the forecast.
It really does. And the kids headed out to the bus stop this morning. Here's that bus stop forecast for you. Look for cloud cover this morning, but those showers will start to move in as we go through the next couple of moments here. I've been tracking these showers this morning, and still, though, we need it. We're in a moderate drought, and coming up in just a few moments, we're going to break down why we've been so dry this summer.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Run with Sloan's on a John Deere X330 built for taking it easy. Get your new John Deere X330 lawn tractor starting at $59 per month with $4.9 for 60 months. Get a John Deere now and
power up at Sloan's.
Visit Sloan Implement today, celebrating 90 years and going strong.
At Menards, we have what you need to finish your painting projects. We offer free color matching and carry the tools you need to complete your project. Make sure your paint stays where you want it with Duck Clean Release Tape. All Duck brand Blue Painter's Tape is 11% off. Then use Dutch Boy Paint and Primer in one for incredible coverage and a washable finish. Save 11% on all Dutch Boy paint at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
Madison Magazine's Fall Restaurant Week 2021 is here. Participating restaurants will provide a 3-course lunch starting at $15 and a 3-course dinner starting at $25, featuring wine and more. Don't miss Madison Magazine's Fall Restaurant Week 2021, starting September 19th through the 24th. For participating restaurant menus and details, visit MadisonRestaurantWeek.com. Presenting sponsor, the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund. Supporting sponsor, E&J Gallo Winery.
At Pick and Save, we take scrutinizing freshness to a whole new level, where only the best of the best of the best will do. But just because you can't get any higher than perfect 10 produce, that doesn't mean that we won't try. Because Pick and Save produce isn't just fresh, it's fresher than fresh. Pick and Save, fresh for everyone.
Republicans in Congress are working for the richest 1%. They got caught red-handed blocking economic relief for working people just to protect tax loopholes for the ultra-wealthy. Billionaires billionaires so rich they shoot money into space while they dodge their taxes. Ron Johnson doesn't want the 1% to pay their fair share because he's one of them. It's time to build a stronger economy. MoveOn.org. Political action is responsible for the content of this advertising.
We all love reading the magazine, but did you know there's additional exclusive Madison Magazine content here on channel3000.com? Click on Madison Magazine for timely food stories and blogs on the local food scene that don't appear in the magazine. Find arts and entertainment and interesting Madisonians. There are featured columnists and online extras like photo galleries and videos. Channel 3000 and Madison Magazine. Together, they're your one source for all things Madison.
Run with Sloan's on a John Deere Z740R built for taking it easy. Get 0% for 36 months on a Z740R Z-Track with a 54-inch deck starting at $223.58 per month. Get a John Deere now and
power up with Sloan's.
Visit Sloan Implement today, celebrating 90 years and going strong.
Right now, News 3 Now this morning, live at Camp Randall. Fans excited to return for the big opener tomorrow. We'll hear from a local health official about whether it's safe. Also, our back-to-school coverage continues. How you can help your kids with their back-to-school anxiety.
And did somebody say game day? We've got a forecast you don't want to miss coming up in just a few minutes.
Well, good morning and happy Friday, everyone. Welcome to News 3 Now this morning. I'm Chris Stanford. Well, Badger Game Day is making its big return to the UW campus for the first time in 2 years. Leah Linscheid is live at Camp Randall this morning to make sure that you're prepared if you're thinking about heading down to enjoy the festivities. Hey, Leah.
Good morning, Chris. Oh, poor Chris. He always has to listen to me talk about being a Badger alum in the newsroom. Well, this day means extra, just so much more to me because I haven't been here in 2 years. Either have the thousands of fans who normally crowd the stands who come in through these doors. There are some changes, though, of course. Post-pandemic, we are dealing with a lot of different things here at Camp Randall. So joining me this morning is Darren Jones. He's going to show us how to get into the game because it's different from years past.
Yeah, so a lot of our fans will have digital ticketing this year. We'll have a little different setup with some pedestal scanners at the gates where they'll be able to actually scan their own ticket.
So let's go through this. If I can get my photojournalist Mark to kind of come in, show us what a ticket looks like.
So the tickets should have a QR code on them like this. We'd ask that they download them before they arrive to the gates. They can download them to their Apple Wallet or Google Pay. And then it's as simple as walking up to the scanner and scanning and head on into the game.
So this is going to make it a little safer, more touchless, a little bit easier too, huh?
Yeah, the goal is over time that it'll create a lot more efficiency at the gates and get people through quickly. We do realize it's something new, and with any new wrinkle, we do expect a few hiccups, but we hope that people follow the steps that we've sent them, and it should hopefully expedite entry.
A couple other new rules to keep in mind. You have to wear masks anytime you're indoors, and you are allowing one item into Camp Randall this year.
Yeah, we are. So as far as the masks go, it's strongly recommended that people wear them in the seating areas and the concourses. It is not required in those areas. It will be required in our enclosed spaces. As far as the item that people can bring in, we are allowing bottled water, so we encourage people to bring a sealed bottle of water, one per person.
And briefly, there are some other opportunities around campus to take part in game day activities. What's going on over at Engineering Mall?
Yeah, so Engineering Mall pregame, we'll have Badgerville. It's a popular event that we've had in the past. We have entertainment there. This year, a new wrinkle is we'll have, or at least for this game, we'll have a pregame show being taped out there as well.
Cool.
So people can hopefully head out there and enjoy it before they come into the gates.
Last question, Darren. How excited are you?
So excited. It's been far too long, and I know that that's something, a sentiment everyone shares, and we're just excited to open these gates tomorrow, get people in, and to root on a big win tomorrow night or tomorrow afternoon.
6:30 a.m. tomorrow. Something tells me you'll be awake.
I'll be here.
All right, Darren, thank you so much.
Thanks.
So aside from Badgerville, there's also some cool events happening over at Union South. Josh Breiter is in the 608, checking those out for you.
Good morning, everyone.
everyone, it's the moment we have all been waiting so long for. Of course, we love our food on Badger Game Day, especially the Badger Bash. And this morning, we're going to learn a little bit more about what you can take in. As far as those food options this morning, we've got Jim Long. He's the Associate Director of Dining and Hospitalities. Jim, happy Badger Game Day, or almost time.
Almost there.
This is the moment you guys have been waiting for, especially here at Union South. Talk about what's new this year.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we're just happy to be back, you know, with everything that's going on. So what's new this year is that we have a new concept at Union South that's going to be featured at our Game Day Badger Bash, and that's our South Cantina. So it's our South West Mexican fare. So we were talking burritos, nachos, burrito bowls. And so for the Badger Bash, what we're going to be doing is we're featuring a few items. So for our early games, we're going to have breakfast burritos.
Which is right here.
Yeah. So our breakfast burritos, they're consisting of bacon, egg, right, and then it's wrapped with what we call our salsa bar. So we have 4 different varieties of salsa that they were able to choose from. So salsa fresco all the way to our chipotle pepper fire salsa, and we have our bean and corn salsa as well.
So that's kind of cool. So that's like for the early games. Then you also have the option for the afternoon too.
Yeah. So for the afternoon, what we'll be doing is a chimichanga, so a deep-fried burrito that they'll be able to utilize the same salsa bar that they use for the breakfast burrito.
And of course, we wouldn't be here in Wisconsin without the burgers and brats too.
Yeah. So we have many locations here at Union South for Badger Bash where we're going to be selling brats. We use our Clements Brats, a local company. So, and we also have our burgers, and everything's cooked on our grills outside. So it's our most popular item.
So then, what have we got right here? This looks fantastic. And I'm going to dig into that as you start talking about it.
Yeah. So this is part of that South Cantina. It's a tres leches cake. So we do make that in-house, and one of the great things about it is such a moist cake because after the baking process and cool down, we pour some sugared milk on top of that, and it's a delicious cake.
That is excellent. Yeah. Fantastic. I mean, you guys are always getting creative with new things here. You know, what are you most excited about as far as the Badger Bash this time around?
Well, I mean, as far as the food is concerned, I'm really excited about the South Cantina, and I'm really excited to see how well it's going to be received by our guests.
And if people have any questions and they want to learn more, how can they do that?
Yeah, so if you have any questions on our website, what we'll have is our menus for all the restaurants that are in Union South. And the majority of the restaurants are open during Badger Bash, so we have our Harvest Grains, we have US or South Cantina, Prairie Fire, we have the Babcock Ice Cream. So all of that's located on our union.wisc.edu webpage, and they can look for more menuing options there.
Something for everybody.
Yeah.
All right, Jim, thank you so much. We appreciate it. Getting hungry this morning, guys. Of course, we've always got you covered when it comes to food. In the 608, Josh Breiter, News 3 Now.
Boy, a game day brat sounds great right now. Josh Breiter, thank you very much. Now, a reminder, if you want to let Josh Breiter know what inspires you in the 608, reach out to him on social media or find his email in the 608 at WISC-TV.com. Okay, so you heard us talking with Darren earlier about these virtual tickets, these tickets on your app. You're going to want those, but if you do want a physical copy, a reminder, you can print that off at home, use that as a little memorabilia if you'd like. And gates open. We want to talk about the timing here. Quick look at the timeline of the day. 8:30 a.m. Badgerville opens. We were talking about that over at Engineering Mall. Nice little pregame for you. 9:30, Badgers take the field for warm-up. 10:30, that's when the marching band takes over. And 11 a.m., game time. Back out here live at Camp Randall. I've got a friend just kind of hanging out over here, giggling. Who's this guy? Hello, sir. Oh my gosh, what a way to make an alum's day. Oh man, I am starstruck right now.
Oh,
so Bucky, we're hoping you can do a lot of push-ups tomorrow, right? Do you think, how many are you thinking? Yeah, hard to count. Hard to count. Hard to count. We won't make you practice right now. Oh yeah, day made. Oh, come here, buddy. Are you busy on September 18th? Can I borrow you for my wedding? Yeah, Chris, what do you think?
She's serious. She's not kidding.
I'm not kidding.
I would not be surprised.
See you later, Zach.
If Bucky Badger showed up at your wedding. Oh, that would be perfect.
We'll just walk down the aisle together. See you later, Chris.
Bye, Leah. See you later. Sorry, Zach. Move over, Zach. Bucky Badger has replaced you. Oh, boy. So Leah did a great job last half hour of breaking down some of the COVID concerns. She talked to UW Health's Dr. Jeff Pothoff, who says that he's got little kids who aren't vaccinated. They're not eligible for the vaccine. So things like tailgating and a Badger game are kind of off limits. But he says if you are going to go to the game and you're vaccinated, make sure you're wearing that mask. One thing you might see, speaking of this, doesn't this look nice? Some new renovations going on the south end of the field. How about that? Right in front of the field house there. So they're working on some premium seating and hospitality clubs at the stadium. Construction, Leah hasn't seen any really this morning that fans might notice. You could though tomorrow if you're headed to the game. Construction is expected to wrap up by next year. All right, let's check in on the game day forecast. Chris Reese, we've got some rain headed into the viewing area.
Yeah, I know this is an important one for a lot of folks. We're going to be tracking some showers early on in the game, but we should start to clear things out as we move towards the afternoon. Temperatures will be moving back into the lower 70s at that point. If you're headed out the door right now, don't want to forget your temperature. We're at 61. Winds are out of the east and southeast at 5 miles per hour, but we're adding the cloud cover. Temperatures are to the 50s and 60s all across the board. Here's the rain that's moving on into the picture. We work our way over towards the west. Prairie du Chien, it's starting to rain for you. Basketball, we've got some rain moving in, and that's going to continue to work its way into southern Wisconsin as we go through time. I want to show you the bigger picture, though. We've been watching this weaker rain system move on in, but you look at the country as a whole, and really other than that, a lot of spots are dry, and dry has truly been the moral of the story, especially for the central and western United States as we've gone through the summer. You can't not hear us talk about drought. It's seemingly been the big story, and I want to take a moment and break down the reason behind why we've seen this drought. We've had this upper level dome of high pressure. I call it the ring of fire. What happens is your jet stream has to travel up around that dome of high pressure, and that's oddly enough where a lot of your showers and thunderstorms are. So this is the reason that southern Wisconsin is in a drought. Northern Wisconsin, not so much. It's rained a lot more this summer as you've worked your way towards the north. Underneath this dome of heat is where we keep things dry. We've seen this really be focused towards the western part of the country as of late, and even still, as we look at the upper air pattern as we go through the next couple of weeks, we're going to see that ridge of heat throughout the western part of the country. And this is why we're still expected to be drier than normal. So this rain chance that's coming on through as we go through tonight and into tomorrow, it's something to hold on to, because you look at the extended forecast, and other than another rain chance as we start to move into Tuesday, it remains dry, and we are 11 inches below where we should be when it comes to that rainfall this time of the year. So we still do need rain around here. Temperatures, though, on the bright side are staying comfortable in the 70s and some low 80s come up towards next weekend. But stay tuned. I'm going to be planning someone's day coming up here in about 4 or 5 minutes.
All right, thanks, Chris. And with that rain moving in, high school football games, Taste of Madison, Badger kickoff tomorrow. This is the perfect time to download the Channel 3000 weather app. The First Warn weather app. You can stay ahead of the weather. Just download it today wherever you get your apps. We are learning more about refugees arriving in Wisconsin this morning. A Fort McCoy spokesperson says right now there are 7,000 Afghan refugees being housed there with a capacity of 13,000. The Journal Sentinel reporting that the capacity might increase by Sunday. Those arrivals expected to need some medical care too. Overall, more than 20,000 Afghan refugees are now in the U.S., and it's estimated 40,000 more are at bases overseas and are still making their way to the United States. Tomorrow marks the end of the pandemic-era federal unemployment benefits. It comes as the number of Americans seeking unemployment benefits fell last week to 340,000, which is a pandemic low, and it's a sign that the job market is steadily rebounding. Things like the extra $300 a week for regular unemployment, or the pandemic programs available for people who didn't qualify under the regular standards, those will no longer be available. It'll affect about 11 million people. 6:42 now as we take a look outside. Camp Randall finally in the light of day this morning. We're going to continue to preview that Badger forecast and make sure you're prepared if you're thinking about heading downtown this weekend. Also ahead, how to approach the start of the school year with your children, especially if they're extra nervous this year.
Save on the best name brand mattresses with the A1 Instant Rebate with a huge selection in stock now. Your choice, 14-inch firm or plush queen mattress, just $4.99.
Madison's locally owned family furniture store.
Save online or in-store with the A1 Instant Rebate.
For a job you'll love, well, you gotta get down. Mounds Pet Food Warehouse. Every day you'll get to help so many pets in town. Mounds Pet Food Warehouse. We've been here 50 years and we're employee-owned. With opportunities to grow. We'll match your 401k. Discount your pet supply. With great benefits and more. Mounds Pet Food Warehouse powers us all. And don't forget the free Mounds candy bars.
Save big during Steinhaffel's 4-day Labor Day sale. Take 35 to 50% off store-wide, then an extra $100 off the first $19.99 you spend. And get a free 50-inch 4K smart TV when you spend $39.99 or more. Plus, get great deals like a Queen Beauty Rest mattress just $349. This sofa only $399. A 5-piece dining set now $799. A Queen storage bed $999. So shop Steinhaffel's 4-day Labor Day sale and save big.
Up here, success depends on the choices you make. But I know I've got this. And when it comes to controlling his type 2 diabetes, my dad's got this too.
With the right choices, you have it in you to control your A1C, and once-weekly Trulicity may help. Most people taking Trulicity reached an A1C under 7%, and it starts lowering blood sugar from the first dose by helping your body release the insulin it's already making. Trulicity is for type 2 diabetes. It isn't for people with type 1 diabetes. It's not approved for use in children. Don't take Trulicity if you're allergic to it. You or your family have medullary thyroid cancer or have multiple endocrine neoplasia syndrome type 2. Stop Trulicity and call your doctor right away if you have an allergic reaction, a lump or swelling in your neck, severe stomach pain, changes in vision, or diabetic retinopathy. Serious side effects may include pancreatitis. Taking Trulicity with sulfonylurea or insulin raises low blood sugar risk. Side effects include nausea, vomiting, and diarrhea, which can lead to dehydration and may worsen kidney problems. Show your world what's truly inside. Ask your doctor about once-weekly Trulicity.
Save now on furniture with the A1 Instant Rebate with a huge selection of inventory available now. Your choice, 2-piece sofa and love seater sectional, just $9.99.
Madison's locally owned family furniture store.
Save online or in-store with the A1 Instant Rebate.
Wind, thunderstorms, lightning, severe weather is going to happen. The question is, will it be in your path? And how's it going to affect you? First Warn Weather, your certified most accurate forecast team, takes action when severe weather threatens, alerting you with First Warn Weather alerts, pinpointing where the dangers are and where the storms are headed. On air, online, and on social media. Trust Madison's certified most accurate First Warn Weather, keeping you ahead of the storm.
Hey Chris, I'm Shelby.
And I'm Devin.
And we're the morning show producers. Hey Chris, plan our day.
Oh my goodness, I absolutely love that. Our producers on the morning show getting your day planned right now. We're watching that cloud cover already start to stream in. That's your glimpse of sunshine this morning. Otherwise, look for rain chances on the increase as temperatures are staying into the 60s pretty much all day long. We're going to see those off and on showers move in. We're dry in Madison right now, but here come the showers already starting to arrive from the west. And those showers, Shelby and Devin, will continue to push on in, but you know that because you've been watching, because you have to produce the show all morning long. Your best rain chances, though, are really going to be into the afternoon and evening. We'll keep the need to have the umbrella on hand pretty much overnight, but by tomorrow, we'll see that need to have an umbrella really begin to decrease. And I know this one matters to you guys. It's that game day forecast. Lingering showers early will start to clear out as we move into the afternoon, folks. Let me plan your day, do something cool. Even if you work here at News 3 Now and you're watching, I will plan your day too. If the bosses are watching, let me plan your day, all right? But folks, send in that video to tips at channel3000.com.
I would love to see our bosses send in a plan our day.
I know, I think that would be really cool. We've got to put them on TV.
Come on, Sarah Lane, you watching? Do this, come on, let's make it happen. 6:47 now to our back to school coverage this morning. Most kids are either back in school now or will soon be. So every new school year, of course, is nerve-wracking, but especially this year after a year and a half of virtual learning. Our Jamie Perez spoke with a child psychiatrist about what she recommends to make the transition as smooth as possible.
Who are my teachers going to be? Are the classes going to be harder? Are there kids in my class? Will my locker work?
In any normal school year, these are the questions that kids ask themselves. But add a pandemic on top of that.
Am I going to get COVID? Am I going to get sick? Am I going to bring COVID home and get other people sick?
These questions become a bit more layered.
We've essentially lived in a bubble for the last year and a half, particularly for school. So there are significant changes for kids that they're going to need to adapt to in addition to a new school.
UW Health child psychiatrist Marcia Slattery knows that many students and parents probably have concerns and anxiety returning to school. Slattery says that's okay. We're still in a pandemic. We're going back to in-person learning after a year of isolation. But there are ways to make the uncertainty a little less worrisome.
We can work with these kids and the parents especially to say, how can we take some of those uncertainties and decrease them so you feel more prepared?
Slattery recommends a few things.
Know what the rules of your school are and really just communicate that to the kid. This is the rules of your school, of what we need to do, and not get into the parents, what they may feel is one way appropriate or another. Keep that out of the classroom. Let your kid focus on being in the classroom.
Slattery said it's always best to take proper safety measures to avoid getting sick. But with that, there could be teasing in school or students feeling like they're being treated differently due to their vaccination status or mask wearing.
And help the child be prepared about what could I say in that situation so that they're not caught off guard.
She also recommends that your child know what school resources are available to them if they need someone to talk to. The Madison Metropolitan School District added more psychologists, counselors, social workers, and nurses to support students' mental health this year.
We added additional social workers. We have been talking about social, emotional, and mental health, not only for our students, but for our staff. We realize the toll that this has had on all of us.
Last but not least, Slattery said just give kids some time to adjust.
Give it some time. We've been in a pandemic for over a year and a half. And so while kids are resilient, give them some time to adapt.
For News 3 Now, I'm Jamie Perez.
Of course, it's impossible to predict just how the school year will play out. So Slattery also recommends having a consistent routine at home to help students transition back. Things like doing homework at the same time each afternoon and then going to bed at the same time each night. This could go a long way in helping your kids stay resilient. 6:50 coming up in the morning sprint. University students are back, and the university is sharing just how many of them are vaccinated. But first, if you have a little kid turning 3 soon, let us know so we can show their picture on TV. We'll be right back.
Look Who's 3 is sponsored by Three Bears Resort, Indoor Water Park and Conference Center in Warrens, Wisconsin.
The 72-hour Labor Day weekend appliance sale is through Monday only at Furniture and Appliance Mart. Save up to half off Labor Day appliance deals. Plus no interest financing for 18 months on all appliances with no minimum purchase. At Furniture and Appliance Mart inside Ashley Home Store off the Beltline.
You wash your cars and clothes and canines. You wash your cars and clothes and canines. You wash your cars and clothes and canines. At the Magic Wash. At the Magic Wash. Whoa.
One of our biggest furniture events of the year, the Labor Day sale at Slumberland. Take an additional 25% off our already low prices. We have an incredible assortment of everything for your home, from sleep to sectionals to decor.
This is totally you.
Oh. Yeah, this is the winner. Well, hello, Slumberland.
Get your look for less at the huge Labor Day sale at Slumberland.
Is your credit score getting in the way of the things you want to do? Personal loans through NetCredit offer fast and flexible lending. Borrow up to $10,000 and choose repayment terms that work for you. You may even be able to build your credit history as you repay. NetCredit, a more personal loan.
If your credit card debt is out of control, if you're in over your head in monthly payments, there's a secret the credit card companies don't want you to know. If you have more than $10,000 in credit card debt, you have the right to let us settle that debt for a fraction of what you owe. That's bad news for the credit card companies, but it's great news for you. We're CreditAssociates, and we're offering you free information on how to completely resolve your credit card debt with a monthly payment you can afford. To see how much you could save, call now. 1-800-914-7929. Don't declare bankruptcy. Don't consolidate. Give us 10 minutes and we could save you thousands. After all, we depend on your success and offer a guarantee so there's no risk to call. Credit Associates. Live better, debt-free. We'll even show you how to use your stimulus money to jumpstart our services and get you debt-free faster than you ever thought possible. Call Credit Associates now to see how much you could save for free. Call 1-800-914-7929.
It's back to school. Are you finished your list for less ready? Day 1 and beyond ready? Every supply for every class ready? Shop Staples and be more than ready for back to school.
The 72-hour Labor Day weekend sale is through Labor Day Monday only at Ashley Home Store. Get the best holiday deals on the latest home fashions. Plus, save up to 60% off holiday doorbusters like these while they last. And 5 years no-interest financing store-wide. Ashley Home Store.
News 3 Now, your vaccine information headquarters. You're watching News 3 Now this morning. Winner of the National Edward R. Murrow Award for Overall Excellence in Television.
6:53, time for the morning sprint, and we start with Taylor Lazenby live with how game day is affecting downtown business. Taylor?
Hey, Chris, that's right. Game day will help out local businesses in the millions. A 2019 report done by UW estimated that each home game carried an estimated $16 million in economic impact for the state alone. Now, that's money that businesses missed back in 2020. We have a full breakdown of those numbers by visiting our website. That's at channel3000.com.
UW-Madison says 9 out of 10 people on campus, including faculty, staff, and students, are fully vaccinated this morning. Chancellor Rebecca Blank said she's proud of the impressive numbers, which are far ahead of the statewide average. UW-Madison numbers comparable to other Big Ten schools. The campus is home to about 45,000 students and 24,000 faculty and staff. Monona police investigating this morning who vandalized several Black Lives Matter yard signs. The signs all along Winnequa Road were covered in black spray paint. The police chief said on Facebook that these acts of vandalism will not be tolerated. If you can help, call police. Pandemic hoarding appears to have made a resurgence alongside the Delta variant. Retailers like Costco are once again putting purchase limits on things like toilet paper and disinfectant and hand sanitizer. Many people hoarded those items last year during the initial COVID-19 outbreak, leading to widespread shortages. In Milwaukee, a judge has set the bond at $750,000 for a man accused of beating and killing his 12-year-old grandson. Prosecutors say Andres Martina used a sledgehammer, mallet, and coat rack to beat the boy. He is charged with first-degree intentional homicide and several other charges. Summerfest is back for the first time in 2 years. If you're going, you'll need to be vaccinated or have a recent COVID-19 test negative. This weekend's acts include Flo Rida, Leon Bridges, and Chance the Rapper. Taste of Madison coming back this weekend. It's off the square this year. It's at Bree Stevens Field. You'll have to pay for a ticket this year for a specific time frame if you want to go. There will still be live music all day long and plenty of food and drink vendors. The event runs Saturday and Sunday.
We are tracking showers this morning. If you are headed back to school, this might be something to keep in mind. Grab that umbrella as you head towards the bus stop, especially out west. But we're also going to see those rain showers continue to increase this afternoon. A live look in Madison. The sun going away as that cloud cover takes hold. We're at 62 degrees. We'll stay in the 60s all day long due to the showers. Football Friday night. For a lot of kiddos, you are going to have rain showers as you're out and about. We'll see some of those lingering towards tomorrow morning.
All right. Thanks, Chris. Thanks for watching, everybody. And go Badgers.